Hi guys, and good evening for another stream. It's here again. We are with ISRL Gr4 Season 10, and we're round 4 and we're at Spa. We got a guest racer tonight in Vitamin G, returning for this weekend only, I believe. And we have Foxy back racing. But also as well, we have a new full-time racer who's taken right on spot in the one and only Mr. C. Craden. Hiya Hansa, have a good race mate. I do apologise, but I'm having to sort a few little things out for Wi-Fi. So now we'll change over to start check. Now we have everyone in the lobby. So now we are on to stock check. If you haven't seen the stock check before, it's a one lap, no holes barred, race of destruction. Stock check in 2 minutes time, and yes, I'm remembering to use my keyboard for once. So if you have a quick look down there, we have Kebab! And as I've caught up on all the tables this week, well, Gr4 tables so far, I can tell you that at the moment, Hippie is in the lead in the stock check over Mail in second, Wrighton, who's now retired from the league. Evening, Craden. Glad to have you back aboard, mate. Wrighton, who's in third, who's now retired. Paulie in fourth, Nick in fifth, Matty in sixth, Hat in seventh, Gad in eighth, Mew in ninth, Screech in 10th, Foxy in 11th, and Hansa in 12th. And unfortunately, Kebab has been picked on by all the boys, and is struggling at the bottom. Oh, Hansa just left. Hello, Mew. So Hansa just going to do a reset, so we'll just wait for him. So let's have a look there. Timmy and Mal already having a battle. Oh, it depends on how dramatically you pass Screech. So we have Vic back for tonight. And Foxy's live on YouTube if you want to watch his stream and get all the banter in the party. Got there in his Lambo, Paulie in his Viper, Mr. C in his Viper, in his Love Spreaders livery, Screechy in his Viper, you in his Honda, Foxy there in his Viper, Matty Cake in his Corvette, and Hippie in his Nissan. So just wait for Hansa to get on track. And there I go. Stop using the keyboard again. There we go, stop check. As I've said before, Kebab is the usual main target in these shenanigans, although people are now starting to point out that Hippie needs to be taken care of. There we go, 1 lap, no holes barred, free for all murder. 5 red lights, 2 red lights, and Paulie got his start a bit wrong and has been overtaken by everybody. Crowding there in 7th with Screech, giving him a little love tap. Timmy forced out of it, which has allowed Hat to get a clean run into the league. Gad there in 2nd. But Screechy going out for full out murder and gets murdered himself. Crowding as they go up Eau Rouge. Is it Eau Rouge? Crowding hold on to 2nd. Hat Vit charged into the barrier. Crowding going around Hat. Comes the end of the kennel and Hat gives Crowding a little love tap to push him around the corner. Nick's there. Hippie takes an interesting line. Getting pushed out the way by Nick though. Hippie, winner of 2-3 rounds so far. At the moment looking quite well for Matty Cake, getting pushed around Crowding, barging his way through, and Hans has given him a love tap, but Crowding's held it well. Back onto the track. And now we got Nick, Hippie and Ben. Hippie ended up going very wide, Mail up into 2nd. In fact, Mail is 2nd in the table. Foxy there going along nicely in 4. Tabay in 5th, Gad in 6th, Screechy already up to 7th, Matty Cake in 8th. Crowding taking the long way, and Matty Cake as well. Probably helped along by Screechy. And Hippie now down into 5th place. Tabay gets thrown out of the way. So Nick still leading it out. Mail in 2nd, Foxy in 3rd, Gad in 4th. And Mail's got Nick, but Nick's held on. Nicely held by Nick, and Foxy's looking to go up the inside of Matt, pushing Ben wide. So Foxy up into 2nd as they come now to the chicane. Screechy and Hippie having a little bit of a counter. Nick goes very wide. Foxy goes flying on. Mail goes on Nick. Oh, Ben tried to the cut and it didn't work. And then we have Nick, Gad and Hippie heading to the line. And Nick and Gad takes it on the line. With Nick in 2nd, Hippie in 3rd. Crowding with a brilliant 4th place. Screechy in 5th place, even with the Joker. Matty Cake in 6th, Hansa in 7th, Mew in 8th, Hat in 9th, Foxy in 10th. And there we go. Well done, Nick. Nice victory there for you, mate. Well, no, sorry. Nice 2nd place. Gad got you on the line. So if we have a quick look at the result, and we see 5,000th of a second separating Gad and Nick there. Very good. You did really well there, Mr. C. He did, Nick. 5,000th of a second. He beat you by. So there's our result. So Vic obviously got very picked on, and Timmy also. Paulie in 12th, Malin. Ben in 11th, Foxy in 10th. Obviously those two got caught by the reset. So now we just edit the settings and move over to our main race. And as for tonight, because of the length of the track, I'll just check that I have got it at 7 minutes. Got 7 minutes for qualifying. It looked like everyone was having fun there. And I'll just be back in a second, guys. Direct, he's just use both types, mate, for as little as you wish. Just shut that down. So we could have an interesting battle going on here. Foxy with the mishmash of all his team liveries. Hands are in his Dead Bull liveries. Well, there. Foxy has left the room. Is it all good, mate? All good. And Foxy has returned. So, just before we go into qualifying, we're in round 4 at Spa. It's 14 laps. Time of day is 4:45 in the afternoon. Tyres are racing medium and racing hards. Tyre wear is ×8, fuel is ×3, and the starting fuel's at 70%. As soon as Fox is on track, we'll get qualifying started. Hiya, Hippie. Have a good one, mate. There. So now we get going in qualifying. And yes, I forgot the keyboard again. So there we go. Seven-minute qualifying. And we see if Vic can get out first. The reason why I've gone up to 7 minutes is it's the only way we can guarantee. And Vic's used all his codes, they're still working. He's got out the quick first. Got second out. Matty, Kate and Foxy sharing the same spit of road. Hat there in 5th, Nick in 6th, Mail in 7th, Hans are in 8th, Hippie there in 9th, Kebab back in 10th, Screechy there in 11th, Paulie in 12th, and there's Mr. C coming out. So it's just everyone just getting their lap out of the way. But yeah, because of the length of the track, 5 minutes wouldn't be enough time for people to get out lap, hot lap, and get back in the pitch to change tyres. Let's see if I can remember the corner. So head down to the staff lot. That's it, they're into campus, then Stavlot. Porphyry curve in a after going through Stavlot. And as you see, still on the out lap. I've already burned through 2 minutes. And yet again we've got a nice mix of cars. So we get Vic heading down to La Source. Starts flying lap. Nice and tight around that hairpin. Foxy and Gad not too far behind. And then we have a bit of a gap into Matty Cake, Hat, Hansa, Nick, and the male leader, Tabby, the Screechy, Hippie, Paulie, Crowden into the pits, and Mew as well. And just made his way through our roofs. Mal on his way up to our roof. In fact, just clears our roofs. Screechy playing fast and loose. Hopefully he won't have picked up a penalty there. Don't believe he has. Hippie and Paulie. And Mew's obviously going for a fag break, so he can start at the back. And then we have Vic coming down towards Les Fangs. To campus. Stavlot. I guess Mew. It's gone through Porphyry. Large right now up to the chicane. Safely through and across the line with 2:28. Foxy now coming up to the line. The 2:30. Get across the line with a 2:31. Matty Cake. 2:29. Hat Mary. 2:28. Hands are across the line with a 2:31. Nick with Mal. Nick and Mal cross with a 2:28.34. And Kebab with 2:28.037. And he jumps. Hippie with a 2:30. Screechy with a 2:34.15. Paulie with a 2:31.3. Will Craden get to the line in time? I believe he will as he comes to the chicane. Across the line. Across the line, what time will he get now? He's onto his flying lap. I believe he's the only one still. Although Matty Cakes is still going. So across the start finish line goes Mr. C. In the dip. And I blink my eye on Mr. Rouge. Onto the Camel. No pressure on your ear, Mr. C. Into Les Coombs. Malmedy. Obviously fighting hard not to drift, coming down to Brussels. Picked up a stupid little penalty, which is unfortunate. Now down to Double Gorge. Sorry, that was Double Gorge, was it there? And Les Fangs. Still fighting that urge to drift. Flying along nicely. And Porfier. Starting the race on the harder tyres through Blanchemont and to the chicane. And across the line. So our grid Kebab is on pole. Mail in second, Fit in third, Hat in fourth, Matty Cake in fifth, Hippie in sixth, Foxy in seventh, Screechy in eighth, Paulie in ninth, Gad in 10th, Hansa in 11th, Nick in 12th, Clayton in 13th, and Mew there in 14th. Having fun and games. So now we get ready to start the race. Quick reminder, 14 laps. Tyre wear times 8, I apologise. Fuel is times 3. Starting fuel is 70%. Evening Budge, how you doing, mate? Just wait for the last few races to cross the line. And there's qualifying over. Have a good race, everybody. Here's our grid. You stop typing and start racing. And away they go. And Vic and Mal and Hat have all gobbled up Timmy, but Timmy does have that inside line. Hat's made it up into the front of the... Timmy is held on, and Hippie's made the move, and Hat's unfortunately had to drop down into 5th place. No, 6th place, I apologise. Vic's still in 3rd, Mal in 2nd, Matty Cake in 3rd, Vic in 4th. Screechy's made the jump as well. In fact, Hat's dropped all the way back to 9th. In fact, Hack's just falling backwards all the way. Mal looking like he's trying to get past Timmy. And he has the end of the Kemmel, but Mal's ended up going wide. No way he'd be out. Won't have picked a penalty up for that. Can we just see what happened there? Yeah, that. So there we go. Double gauge, little bit wide in, tightly back out. Matty Kate looking to make the move on Timmy. Mal doing his dancey thing, not sure where he's going. Matty Cake's gone with the mediums first, and he really is pushing Timmy. But as I said, Timmy's on the hard tyres. Mal there in 3rd, Vic 4th, Screechy all the way in 5th place. Go on, Screechy and Paulie up to 6th. So Screechy and Paulie. Oh, Paulie's unfortunately picked up a penalty. That's just crap. Hans has made good on his good start as well. He's up into 6th, Paulie in 7th. Hippie's dropped back down to 8th after his good charge. Hat there in 9th. Foxy in 11th, Gad in 12th, Craden in 13th, with Mew right behind him. Screech on the hard tyres. He's having a brilliant race. And in fact, where can we see what happened here? Obviously going into the chicane, and I missed it, as always. Matty Cake and Mail have got past Timmy. So Vic there in 4th, Screechy in 5th. As they come down the Kemmel. I can't remember the names of these corners, but Screechy's having a race, a brilliant race here. So Matty Cake's on the medium tyres. It's going all out. But the next 3 are all on the hards. Even Screechy's gone on hards as well. Hans is... So the top 6 starting to pull away. And Paulie's managed to get back up into 7th place. Can only assume that Hippie had a penalty. So Hippie there in 8th, Hat in 9th, Nick in 10th, Gad in 11th, Foxy in 12th, and Mew is in 13th, Craden then in 14th. Matty Cakes is starting to pull away a bit. Timmy having a route through Ben's prison pocket to see if he can find a way round. Going around the Paul Fier curve. Hans has managed to get past Screechy. As they come up to the chicane to start lap 3. Our top 3 is Matty, Ben and Timmy. Looks like Craig may have been having internet issues. Round the source. We have Matty leading, Ben in second, Timmy in third, Fit in fourth, Hans are there in fifth, Screechy in sixth, Paulie leading the gaggle of Hat. Hat looking as they come up onto the Kemmel, and Nick's unfortunately picked up a penalty. Side by side, Hat and Paulie. Hat's managed to squeeze in front, but Paulie's got that inside line. And safely just tucks in behind. So now Hat on the charge. Hippie there in 9th. Gad in 10th. Foxy in 11th. Nick in 12th. Mew in 13th. Graydon in 14th. And Timmy, he's obviously just sticking in that slipstream of mail. Matty is slowly pulling out a gap on Ben Mail. Timmy, much tighter line by Timmy there. Bit. Timmy just letting Ben know that he's there. Bit just cruising along in 4th place. Hans are in 5th. Screechy in 6th. And obviously Hat is now dragging everyone up to catch up with Screechy. As they head down. Hat going for the outside. They go through Blanchemont. Screechy goes a bit wide. They come down to the chicane. Paulie did everything he could not to get into the back of Screech there. As we come up to the line, start lap 4. Just have a quick look. Matty Cake leading. Ben in 2nd. Timmy in 3rd. Vit in 4th. And in fact, after just saying that, Vit is now closing up on Timmy. Hands are there in 5th. Hat in 6th. Screechy in 7th. Paulie in 8th. But Paulie having a route in Screechy's prison pocket at this moment. Battle of the Vipers, they go through Blanchemont. Eau Rouge. Screechy's end up going a bit wide. They hit the Kemmel straight. Gad there with a bit of a pan, and Screech picked one up as well, so that allows Paulie up into our 7th. And will it allow Hippie also is into 8th place, so Screechy in 9th, Gad in 10th, with Foxy on his inside in 11th place. Nick there in 12th, Mew in 13th, Mew having a cracking drive there in 13th, Craydon there in 5th. But we know Craydon's not a fan of this track, and in fact, with that little bit of space Timmy gave Ben, he's managed to claw some time back up on Matty Cake. Timmy is in on the charge up to him again. Vit there in 4th place. Hansa 5 seconds down. Oh, a little bit of sideways there. With Hat there in 6th. Paulie in 7th. Hippie in 8th. Screech in 9th. Something obviously happened to Gad because Fox now back on his Fanatec wheel. Screechy Should we just have a check? What tyres? Hippies on the hards, Screeches on the hard, Foxy's hards. Well, we know Foxy's always hard. Nick there in 11th, Gad in 12th, Craden in 13th, and obviously Muse must have had some sort of incident. He's on the mediums, and now Hat's fully closed up onto Hansa now. He'd be there in his Stoner Car Care livery in 8th place. So they're going to La Source. Start lap 5 of 14. And in fact, Matty Cake's medium tyres are now starting to die, which is allowing Ben and Timmy, and not a million miles back, Vit. As they go through Les Coombs, into Brussels, and they are catching up with Matty Cake at an extremely fast rate now. Good there in 4th, Hansa in 5th, under a lot of pressure from Hat now. 6th place, Paulie, got a bit of a gap between him and Hippie in 8th place. Screechy going along on 9th with Foxy with hardly any. Foxy much tighter line. Screech calm and collected as always. Round he goes. Oh, Foxy got a much tighter line. Screech still with that inside line. And it just shows you how important that inside line is to keep it going. And Matty Cake. Ben fully on the drudge now. Timmy just ready to pick up whatever is heading into the chicane. Into the chicane they go. In fact, Matty Cakes is staying out. Obviously doesn't want to do 9 laps on those mediums, on those hards. Oh. Not sure what happened to Mal there because he glitched. Up to the La Source they went. Ooh, spasmy car. So Matty Cake leading. Timmy second, but Ben's coming back. Straight by side down the Kemmel to the braking zone for Les Coombs. Ben's pulled back into 2nd place. Timmy in 3rd, and Vit now fully closed up and in part of this battle now. Hans has managed to get some space on Hat. Paul is still in 7th. He's actually opened up a bit of a gap on him. No, I'll take that back. Foxy there in 9th. Nick in 10th. Gad in 11th. Screechy back in 12th. Obviously had another penalty problem. Craden there in 13th. Mew there in 4th. Just had his pit stop. 14th, I say, not 4th. I wish it was 4th. Here we are, lap 6 of 14. Matty Cake's tyres are toast. But it's this battle for 2nd. Bit wide by Ben there. Just getting a little bit ragged. Timmy just biding his time. If you look at fuel levels. Oh, Ben's picked up a penalty. served it properly. So Timmy into second, Vit into third. Ben now back in fourth place. And still Matty Cake. And Timmy is in the pit and Vit. So Matty Cakes and Mail have stayed out. Hands are coming up, stayed out also. Hat into the pits. So you've got Hands, Paulie there. These mediums look pretty worn. Hippie, as we know, the GTR kills those front tyres. Foxy there in 6th place, Screech in 7th, Nick in 8th, Craden there in 9th. Ben and Mal, Hat, Paulie, Hippie, Foxy, Screech, Nick, Craden, and then Timmy comes out in 10th place. Fit in 11th. Gad just coming out, Hat just back onto the grid. And Mew into the pits again. So at this point, Matty Cake and Ben are having a battle out. Hansa still going in 3rd. Paulie now with Hippie firmly behind him as they come down to. Have a look at my list. Heading towards Double Gauche. Paulie obviously must have had something. He's got it back under control. So Hippie there, 5th place. Foxy now in 6th. Screechy in 7th, Nick in 8th, Craden in 9th with Timmy coming flying past him. A little bit of contact. Vit there in 11th, Hat in 12th, Gad in 13th, Mew there in 14th. So Matty Cake Matty Cake must have had some sort of problem because he's into the pit. Ben's still going. So let's put Hansa up into 2nd place. Paulie and Hippie still going. Paulie a bit slow out the chicane, so Hippie comes up alongside as they head down to La Source. Paulie's got that inside line, unless Hippie's going to look in trying to do the cut in. But Paulie's held onto it well. Foxy still going along in 5th place. Tabay in 6th. Craden there in 7th. Fit in 8th. Hat in 9th. So we have Matty Cake, Nick, Screech, all in the pits. Gad there in 13th, who's already had his pit top. In fact, Gad's now into 10th. This is battle between all bit of sideways by Paulie there through Lecombs. Well, I'm going to start calling it the complex. Paulie's still holding it together. Foxy with a pretty large gap back to him, and Timmy Vit there in 7th. Craden in 8th. Hat there in 9th. Matty Cake after his pit stop in 10th. Screech in 11th. Gad in 12th. Nick in 13th. So Screech has done an absolute blinder with his pit stop. There's no way he's got enough fuel to get to the end there. Mal just powering out, and Hansa on fumes. Paulie. Still keeping Hippie behind him. So he heads down to Porfier. Viper and GTR. Through Blanchemont. Hands are into the pits. Paulie stopped really early to get round that chicane with his tyres. And they're both into the pits. Oh, and Fox is staying out for another. And there we have Timmy. He's 34 seconds down. And there's now just set the fastest lap. 2:28.333. And Vit there with a 2:28.352. So he's matching Timmy lap for lap. Fox to 2:35. So at this rate, Male leading it out. He's now starting to bang in some 2:30 laps. He's got 27 seconds. But is that going to be enough to keep Timmy? So looking at about 44 seconds. It's not going to be enough. Timmy's going to come out in the lead. Hat there in 5th. Matty Cake in 6th. Hands are in 7th after his pit stop. Screechy in 8th. Hippie's come out 9th. But like I say, Screechy's going to have to come in again. Gad in 10th. Paulie in 11th. Nick in 12th. Crane going along nicely in 13th. Mew in 14th. And oh my god, we've just lost Vit. Vit has left the room. .31 seconds, so Timmy is closing in on Foxy with an incredible, but I think Foxy's having to fuel save, and Male's into the pits. Foxy in 2nd place. Timmy in 3rd. Hat in 4th. Don't know what happened to Vit. That was unfortunate. Matty in 5th. Hands are in 6th. Screech in 7th. Hippie in 8th. Gad in 9th. Paulie in 10th. Nick in 11th. Crane in 12th. And Mew there in 13th. So we've got Tim A crossing the line. Male just getting the fuel put in now. Tim A around La Source. Hat now coming down towards La Source. Miles managed to come out in 2nd. 9 seconds down on Timmy. With 4 seconds over. Hat in 3rd place. Matty in 4th. Hands are in 5th. Hippie in 6th. Gad in 7th. Paulie in 8th. Nick in 9th. Foxy's still in the pits. Screechy coming in to get that fuel put in. Crane in there in 12th. Mew there in 13th. So we have Timmy leading it out. 9.8 seconds clear of Male. Lap 10 of 14. So Male with very fresh rubber. Hat there in 3rd. Matty in 4th. Hands are in 5th. Hippie in 6th. Gad in 7th. Paulie in 8th. Nick in 9th. Foxy in 10th. Crane in 11th. Screech now out of the pits, fueled up for the race. It's unfortunate that was. Mew just coming over the line, start lap 10. And in fact, Tebe is on the charge. 9.6 seconds now. That's not making any inroads onto Mail. Everyone's starting to get properly spread out now after all the pit stops are done. Apart from Foxy and Nick. They go to the last part of the complex. Foxy's got the pull on the inside. Oh no, Vic, I'm sorry mate, he was having a bloody cracking race. Foxy's got through on Nick and he's into 9th place. And if all things right, we could have a cracking battle here between Craydon and Screech. He wasn't that far away from you. And in fact now Mail's responding. Mail is starting to claw it back on Timmy. 8.5 seconds as he goes through Eau Rouge. He's opened a second up on Hats, and Ben now settling in for the last 3.5 laps down the Camel Straight. He is starting to close very slowly. And Foxy back in 9th place. And in fact, Screechy is catching up to Craydon. 2 seconds out of him on that lap. And Ben is absolutely charging, but I think Tebe is trying to respond. He's gone from 9.4 down to 8.1. Could make a very interesting last couple of laps. Be intrigued to see what Ben's lap is on this one. Come to the last few corners of the complex. .7. He is absolutely flying, Ben. And purple sectors. Not sure. Timmy's just cruising. Or Ben. But he is absolutely flying, there's no disputing that fact. Come down to the chicane. 7.4. Timmy cross the line with 229. Ben's definitely going to get a 220. A 227.835. What a lap by Ben there. 3 laps to go. Ben is absolutely flying. Screech took another 2 seconds out of Craydon, so Screech is, although back to 5. So Screechy is trying to catch up. Fox is not making any inroads on Paulie or Gad. So if you have a look, we have Kebab leading by a rapidly decreasing lead to Ben in 2nd, Hat in 3rd, Matty in 4th, Hansa. I do think he is starting to close up a bit on Matty, with Hippie in 6th, Gad in 7th. Wow, look at those tyres of Gad's. Paulie in 8th, Foxy in 9th, Nick in 10th, Craydon in 11th, Screechy in 12th, and Mew there in 13th. 6.3. He's absolutely flying. So head into the complex. Not exactly within sight of each other yet. I wonder if Timmy has been doing a bit of fuel saving. But Ben is absolutely flying. 5.8 seconds now. And obviously Screechy had another penalty. Although no. Does he drop back? Timmy 5.4 now. Mail is absolutely charging. I can only assume Timmy is doing a bit of fuel saving. Ben into the chicane and doing that weird. See what he does when he crosses the line. 2:28.585. Timmy has been lapping them 1.5 seconds slower than Ben there. Ben, how tight was he in there? With Hat in third, Matty Cake in fourth, but Matty Cake now coming under pressure from Hansa, who's less than a second behind him. Head down to La Source to do the penultimate lap. With Hippie there in 6th, Gad in 7th, Paulie in 8th. Foxy making the move to try and get 8th off Paulie, but Paulie's got that inside line as they come towards La Source. In fact, Foxy just managed to get his nose in front. So Paulie there in 9th, Nick in 10th, Craden in 11th, Screechy there in 12th, Mew in 13th. But that gap seems to have plateaued now, 5.2 seconds. I think Timmy's been playing games. Matagake's managed to get a bit of space back on him and Hansa. Hansa's just put in his fastest lap. Hippie all alone. Gad very much. Can Foxy close that 2.5 second gap? And as I take my oil weight, it drops down to 4.8. Ben can see him now. This is getting interesting. But is he close enough to get him on the last? And look, Timmy is in the red with a lap still to go. This could get very interesting. Has Timmy got his pit strategy wrong this time? As he heads up to the chicane for the penultimate time. So we've got a 4-second gap with 1 lap to go. Ben in 2nd, Hat in 3rd. Hands are having a look at Matty Cake as they go Blanchemont. Heading now down to the chicane. Matty Cake with the inside line. Hands are trying to go the long way. He's got the inside for the second part of the chicane. And does it. Hands are now up into 4th place. But Matty Cake's coming straight back. So he's going to have the inside for La Source. In fact, Hans has beat him. A little bit of contact, so Hans are now into 4th place. Matty Cake down into 5th. Hippie in 6th. Gad in 7th, with Foxy closing in 8th place. Paulie in 9th. Nick in 10th. And obviously Screechy's done the move on Craden. So Screechy up into 11th. Craden in 12th. Mew there in 13th. 2.7. This is going to be interesting. And in fact, Ben has got a little bit more fuel than Timmy. 2.4 seconds. This is getting very interesting for the last few corners. Firmly in the complex now. 2.3 seconds. 2.2. It's not going to be enough, I don't think. I think Tebe is going to hold on to it. But I do wonder whether... out of the complex now, and now we just do pull through air curve up to Blanchemont, 1.7 seconds. Heading down to the chicane. Timmy's going to be coming across that line in fumes. Through the chicane safely and up to the line. Timmy for the win, Mail in second. Hat's going to come across in third. Hansa left Matty Kate behind. Hippie there in sixth. Gad now under increasing pressure for Foxy as they down Porfier. That was really close, that was, Ben. Wow, that was real close. Through Blanchemont. Gad full gas in that Lambo, nice and tight into the chicane, making Foxy have to go the long way. And Foxy's going to do that same manoeuvre that Hansa did. And he does. Does Foxy hold on to it? Or will Gad do what he did in this? Foxy across the line in 7th, Paulie in 9th. Nick comes up to the line in 10th. And then we have Screeching Craydon having quite a battle. Craydon with his hazard lights on, and he's held on. That was a brilliant race, guys. Yeah, I don't know what it is, because it's really weird. But there's Tebe with the win. Don't understand it. So, quick look at the result. Tebe with a win, Mail in second, Hat in third, Hansa in fourth, Matty Cake in fifth, Hippie in sixth, Foxy in seventh, Gad in eighth, Paulie in ninth, Nick in 10th, Craydon in 11th, Screech in 12th, Mew there in 13th, and Ben with the fastest lap. Just save the replay. You wasn't last, Mr. C, now? You made it round Mew, that's the thing. But that was a good race to the end. And now we'll have a 5-minute break. I will say this, Mew, if you only binned it twice, that's not too bad. Could have been a lot worse. So our Marmite race tonight. McLaren MP4. Don't think we've used. We may have done. Screechy there with a sexy livery McLaren. Matty having a bit of a chat about the pits. Screechy knows about this car. Okay, no problem. You did really well, Hansa. You flew up. That Hat was the one who really lost out of it. He got a good jump and then dropped back. Fitting Gad having a bit of fun. Screechy there, Mew. Looking sexy there, Mew, in your livery. You were absolutely flying, Ben. It was, wow. Couldn't believe it. $2.55. Are you a little lamb? Don't tell Screech. He'll do nasty things to you. I just need to... I get a quick photo of that. Hopefully it shouldn't. So now I'll spend a couple of minutes setting the grid. It worked very well for him, didn't he, that? Oh, in fact... Where's that picture gone? Bear me guys while I just set the grid. Oh, that's a point. Crayden, Nick, Paul, Gad, Foxy, Hippie, Hansa. I think this race will be very interesting by the look of it. Oh, Crayden finding the spinnies of the car. I do believe we shall see Crayden doing a fair bit of drifting tonight in this race. Because he is a champion drifter. Ready up for the race, people. Here we go. Oh, yes, he is. We saw it. And as always, rolling start, reverse grid. Because Vic disconnected, whichever one will be screaming at now that because he's in first. But that's the way it goes. Rolling start, reverse grid, 8 laps. Fuel, as always, times 6, no, times 5, and tyre wear is times 6. Tyre choice are anything from super soft to hards. It's entirely up to the racers. And the only problem with the rolling start, only the top 3 get through there. Top 4, so we have Vic leading it out, Mew in second. Screechy there in third, so they come down to La Source. Craden in fourth, Nick in fifth. He had a good race, Matt. Good race, mate. Let's get there. Foxy, Hippie, Hansa, Mayo and Timmy. And obviously Hat's just letting them get away. Unfortunately Mew's picked up. So Nick's Ridge Racer Evolution, I like it. Nice livery. A bit. Everyone's pit stops good 45 to 50 seconds. If you looked, Ben and Mail, they went in the pits in second and third. They came out in 10th and 11th. But he's absolutely. So Mew there in second, Nick in third, Screechy in fourth, Craden doing along nicely in fifth, and then we have a whole gaggle with Paulie leading out. Hansa, Gad, Foxy, Mail. In fact, Mail's having an absolute drive. I'm not sure what it is, it's not right. And Timmy in 12th. And this gaggle of cars are all starting to pile down onto Craden now. So Mail Ben back in 9th place. Screechy there in 4th, Craden in 5th, Paulie in 6th. Hansa in 7th, Gad in 8th, Mail in 8th. Paulie in 6th now, still holding on to that 6th place. Hansa doing that manoeuvre that works so well. 3 wide, Paulie, Hansa and Mail. Craden, a little wabbit in their crosshairs. Craden slowly into that corner, which is allowed. Very hard. Well, we have Fit still leaning out from Nick now in play. Mew going along nicely in second, in third. Screechy in fourth. Oh, and Screechy. Tank slapper. Just dropped him all the way, which now has Ben. But Ben's had a penalty. So Mew in third. Hansa with a penalty, so Paulie up into 4th place. Hansa in 5th. Mail and Foxy going the scenic route. Which Mail's picked a penalty up for. My goodness, he's had some penalties. Fit leading out, but in fact, Nick is starting to gain back, or Vit's slowed down. Vit's obviously doing a bit of fuel saving. Nick there in second, Mew in third, Paulie in 4th, Hansa in 5th, Foxy in 6th, with Timmy going wide in 7th, Mail in 8th, Hippie now in 9th. Timmy's wide line has been penalised. That's quite scary. Nothing he could do about that. Now again, Vitt leading it out. Nick in second, Mew in third, Paulie full on tank slapper for Paulie, which has now put Hansa into fourth, Foxy in fifth, Ben in sixth, Timmy in seventh, Hippie in eighth, Paulie in ninth, Screech in 10th, Hat in 11th, just taking a steady Craden there in 12th, with drifting round that corner, Gad there in 13th. Oh, and it looks like Foxy's had an off, a big off by the look of it. So Vitt leading out 3.4 seconds from Nick in second, Mew in third, Hansa very wide in fourth, Timmy is now into fourth, fifth place. Ben's obviously picked up another penalty, or is in the pits. Hansa firmly takes back fourth place as they go through Eau Rouge. Timmy cuts the corner. That way, that will be penalised. Surely, yes. So Timmy drops back down to fifth place. Mail there in sixth. Hippie in seventh. Paulie in eighth. Hat in ninth. With Screech having to kill off a penalty. Gad now in 11th. Foxy in 12th. With quite a penalty. Craden got rid of those soft tyres. Vitt 2.3 seconds now in front of Nick, but Vitt's being canny. He's doing a bit of fuel saving. Nick's car just oversteered on him by the look of it. Mew there still doing well in third. Timmy has managed to get his way past Hansa and up into fourth. Hansa now in fifth, Benny in sixth, Hippie in seventh. And then we're on lap 3 of 8. We have a look back. Paulie on his own. Hat got a gap. Foxy carrying a penalty, but as he's 16 seconds down, I'll let him off. Craden there in 13th. Put some hard tyres on so he can get some drifting going. He'll deny it, but we know it's the truth. We'll see. Yeah. Always sideways. He isn't a Ridge Racer Revolution livery car. Got a drift. The Vitt now. So obviously something. Oh, Nick's into the pits. So Vitt leading it out from Mew in second. Timmy in third. Mail in fourth. Hippie in fifth. Paulie in sixth. Hat in seventh. Screechy in eighth. Gad in ninth. Then we have Nick and Hansa both in the pits. Foxy on auto drive. Craden just having some fun at the back. Don't blame him. Vitt now with a 13-second lead over Mew in second, but Mew coming under pressure from Timmy. And I like Mew with the digital car cultures. Decals on the front of his car. So Mew takes it wide, so Timmy is up into second place. Mew drops down to third. Mail there in fourth. Hippie in fifth. But no. Vitt now coming out of the complex. Cruising along. Timmy in second. Mew in a Marmite car for a Marmite livery. Love it. Ben in fourth, Hippie in fifth, Paulie in sixth. Coming under pressure from Hat in seventh. And look at Hat's tyres. When he came to Paulie's, have they been doing the same race? So finish off for the complex. Screechy in 8th place, Gad in 9th, Nick there in 10th, Hansa in 11th, Foxy in 12th, Craden in 14th, and we have Vic going into the pits. Timmy follows him. Where's Mew going? Mew and Ben both into the pits. And Hippie carrying on. Starts last 5 in the lead. Okay. Nobody's got to their pit lane yet. Here comes Vit. He's got the new rubber on. So now we have Hippie leading, Hat in 2nd, Screechy in 3rd. And Screechy got his pit stop in nice and early. Nick now in 4th. Did the pit in early. And now has got the fastest lap so far. Hands are there in 6th. But Vid's come back out in 4th. 7 second downs on Screech in 3rd place. Do wonder whether Hippie and Hat just taking it nice and steady, and he slowly made his way up into 2nd from 13th. Screechy going along nicely in 3rd. Fit there in 4th. Nick in 5th. He's come out of him. And Tebe in 6th, 8 seconds down on Nick. So Nick's obviously done a wonder with his pit strategy. Ben there in 7th. Mew in 8th, Hansa in 9th, Paulie in 10th, Gad in 11th, Foxy in 12th, and Craden needing some more rubber to get some more drifting in. So Hippie leaning out, but those tyres are toast. Unlike Hats. Screechy there in 3rd, but Vit is closing. Full tank, brand new rubber. To the complex. Okay, is it puncture from drifting? If it's a puncture from drifting, that's acceptable. Nick there in 5th place. Not too far behind Vit. Timmy there in 6th. Man in 7th, and now Hippie is into the pits. Hat also in the pits. Okay, as long as you promise that I know it's the truth. Where's Screechy staying out? I think Screechy's going to get those mediums last him till the end of the race. Burns off that penalty. Screechy leading it out for the first into La Source. Very wide by Screech, so to let Vit through, obviously. And Nick there in 3rd place. Not too far behind Screechy. Tebe in 4th. Ben in 5th. Hansa in 6th. And in fact, Hippie's just come out in front of Hansa. Hansa and Mew side by side. Hansa goes, there you go, through Eau Rouge. So Hansa there in 7th, Mew in 8th, Hat in 9th, Paulie in 10th, Gad in 11th, Foxy on auto drive. Is that to the back? Craden there now in 12th place, drifting like the star that he is, having fun. So Vit leading out, Screech now coming under pressure from Nick. red and blue, not claret. It's a shiny chrome red. And it's a deep blue, not a sky blue. So now Screechy's going to be coming under pressure from Tammy, who's now putting time into mail. Got Vit flying away at the lead, Nick in second. Screechy having a cracking time in third, but he's soon going to be caught up by Tammy. In fourth place, Mail in fifth, Hippie in sixth, Hansa in seventh. And Mew having a cracking race there in 8th place, not allowing Hansa to get away from him. And in fact, he's making a pull back on Hansa. There's the Blanchemont. Go on, Mew. Heading down towards the chicane with Hat in 9th. Foxy on his auto drive, freaking everybody out. So Vit now across the line, 2:24.654 with Nick in second, Tammy in third with a 2:24.148. Let's start lap 7 through Eau Rouge, and there's Screechy raggedly, and Ben now in 5th place, Hippie in 6th, Hansa in 7th, Mew in 8th, Hat in 9th, Paulie in 10th, Gad in 11th, Craydon in 12th, and in fact has just done his best sector. Now he needs to stop drifting because the leaders are catching up on him now. They are very close. Hopefully he realises it. But look at him drifting like a star. He's just keeping clear out the way. Good man. Fit through. Coming into the last couple of corners. Nick in second. With a charging Tammy in third. 2.2 seconds behind Nick. Screechy now in 4th place, but now coming under pressure from Ben. Ben there looking to get the inside. No doubt Screech will fight him. So Screech drops down to 5th, 4-second gap to Screech to Hippie in 6th place. Hansa and Mew. And in fact, Hat Mew has made the move on Hansa. That deserves a look at again. Hands are obviously slow coming through the corner. Mew managed to get the drive past him. Well done, Mew. Lovely. So Mew there in 7th. The Hands are in 8th. Hat in 9th. Paulie in 10th. Gad in 11th. Craydon in 12th, Foxy on his auto drive. Fit onto the final lap. Can we see what happened to... So obviously something happened to Nick. He's dropped down to Tammy in 2nd, Mail into 3rd, Hippie in 4th, Screechy in 5th, Mew in 6th, Hansa in 7th, Hat in 8th, Paulie in 9th, Gad in 10th, Craydon in 11th, Foxy there in 12th. So everyone's pretty well spread out. believe Screechy may be close to running out of fuel. Tabby! He comes out the complex for the last time. And Foxy now just been lapped by, I believe that's a double lapping. Mile in third, Hippie in fourth, Screechy in fifth. I do believe Screechy's run out of fuel. So a bit up to the chicane. And so Vit across the line in first, Tamay in second. Obviously Ben must have had some sort of accident. Screech run out of fuel. So Mew now in fifth place. And Nick also run out of fuel. That's unfortunate. Into the chicane. So Vit with a win, Timmy in second, Hippie in third, Ben in fourth, and Mew across the line to take fifth place. Well done Mew. Hands are in sixth, Hat in seventh, Paulie in eighth, Gad in ninth, and Screechy with no fuel in 10th place. Craden, we'll watch a bit of Craden drifting. And Foxy finishes in 12th. Oh, is that what happened to your spin? I saw the yellow flags. Well done to Mew there. Brilliant drive. Unlucky to Screech and Nick for both running out of fuel. And here comes Craden up to the line. Will he come across the line sideways? Oh, he does it properly. So there we go. Vit with the win. Tamay in second. So he led from pretty much start to finish. Apart from that small section where he had his pit stop. Just save the replay. Quick look at the results. Vit with a win. Tamay with the fastest lap. Hippie round out our top three. Ben in fourth, Mew in fifth, Hansa in sixth, Hat in seventh, Paulie in eighth, Gad in ninth, Screechy in 10th, Crane in 11th, and Foxy in 12th. Well done Mew. I have video evidence. Video evidence of it. I think we can class Mew a tryhard now. Right guys, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. I thought it was a good race tonight. Give it a thumbs up. And if you want to subscribe, please do. Otherwise, I'm going to end the stream here. Thanks everybody, and have a great weekend. Bye-bye.